my name is Elaine Dennehy. I'm a vet from Munster Bovine, and I'm joined today by Denis O'Leary from the FarmOps team. FarmOps is Munster Bovine's farm management app, and today we will be discussing how FarmOps can work for you this busy spring period. If you do have any questions or comments for the FarmOps team, please do contact us. The contact details are on the screen. We love a bit of feedback from our customers. It's great to get that input from the users of the app. So Dennis, I suppose for any of those that are not familiar with the app, how would you describe it?
FarmOps has something in it for everybody. It's an app that's really easy to download. Go onto the Apple or Play Store, type in FarmOps, download the app. It links to your ICBF account. So that means that all of your animals, your breeding, milk recording history, it's all going to be loaded straight away. It has a range of modules. I would say that the most consistent across all of the users is the compliance sections. So no matter how good of an operator you are, farms really busy in the spring. It's hard to keep on the right side of all your compliance. So FarmOps really good with helping with that, whether that be feeds, sprays, remedy purchases, remedy usages, where it's going to help by providing the user with automated meat and milk withdrawals that have been calculated by the vets in Munster, so you know you can trust them when that board BIA or cross compliance comes up. It also has really easy calf registrations and fast animal movements, which helps stay on side with all of that compliance. Then you're going to have your weights, culling modules, dry off, and given what we do here in Munster, a real focus on milk recording, breeding, herd health. So with milk recording, you're going to see all of your expected tests, test day, year to date. But where FarmOps definitely goes a step further is it's going to start pulling out cows straight away that might be flying under the radar. Older cows that have been poor in this and the previous lactations that are probably causing issues, but are just hard to spot. And it's going to do that automatically. The same with breeding. You're going to be able to record your heats, serves, scans, look at breeding charts, fertility charts. And where FarmOps is really going to help you when the squeeze comes on in the spring is it's going to start showing you cows calved 35 days not served. Cows due to repeat based on their last serve, and that's all automated. You don't need to do anything. It's just going to pop up. Then we know that creating all these wonderful genetics, only to have them robbed by disease, can happen. So across the app, you're going to see the influence of the veterinary team really helping to reduce the risk of that happening. So I think we're going to give a look at a few of the lists that the vets are definitely involved in there around the health events. And I suppose just something, it's a tool that's always evolving. So while all of the technical teams in Munster are constantly putting in new changes and keeping up to date with the industry, we also spend a lot of our time talking to users and getting their feedback on how we can best improve actually inputting data, or just what guys are actually interested in seeing, whether that is offspring in herd, classification, Eurostars, EBI. We really build that animal record in particular around feedback from farmers. So something in it for everyone, and I could go on for a while, but I suppose we're going to have a look at how this can help farmers in the spring.
Yeah, and I suppose, Dennis, we're in the height of the spring now, so the most obvious one to start with is calving and calf registration. I think you're going to demo a calf registration for us. There's also some nice information in the app about cows that are due to calve, so you might show us that, Dennis.
Be delighted to. So we're going to go to our calving calf registration section. For any new users, you just link Munster on your ag food add a software provider, and it means that you're linked into ag food then, and you can register your calves and move animals. So straight away, we're going to see up here at the top, view expected calving list. It's split up into the next 7 days. Cows, once they're calved, going to come off this list. So really helpful. And we're going to see here the top 4 cows due in the next 7 days. 1298 is due Tuesday the 17th of February. And she is due in calf to an Angus AI bull served on the 10th of May. We're also going to see the bull calving difficulty. So if she is in calf to a difficult calving bull, that's going to be very clear. Also, if the cow had hard calving, that's going to be highlighted here the last time. If she had a very high SEC at dry off, that's going to be highlighted here as well. So it's just helpful that it highlights that this cow may need a bit more attention. If she had twins the last time, it's also going to pop up here.
Yeah, it's great information to have.
Yeah,
to be able to keep a special eye on those cows.
And this is when you want it, is when you're actually making decisions. So if we go back to actually register a calf, we can see here we have really helpful view recently registered calves, cows that have calved. This works perfectly with genotyping, so there's an entire genotyping section. But to register a calf, we're going to come in here and we're going to go from our dam list, pick a cow, 4473. So we're going to see the last serves pop up. It's going to be, in this case, most recent serve. If it was a black and white Frisian, for whatever reason, you can come in here and you can add a new sire. You can, all of your stock bulls are going to be loaded from the first time of opening. We've picked our top serve from the 18th of May. It's pre-populated the sire breed. We can select today, it's the date of birth. With the calf tag, you can scan it, really easy, or you can just type in our 5 digits. Female, alive, normal. For anyone with pedigree animals, you can record your pedigree name here, and it's going to be sent off to the Breed Society. And then if you were, for instance, in certain schemes, you can go on and record additional information like weights, shoulder heights, etc. Once that's done, you can just save the calf. The department is going to tell you whether it's accepted there and then, and you can go on and register another calf or just hit done.
Very simple, and you're done.
So really fast.
And then I suppose, look, when it comes to time to sell, Dennis, you can do your animal movements on the app as well.
100%. So for instance, if there was a specific cow, so 1196, you wanted to sell her, she was going on her own, you can just come in here and say move animal, type in the herd you're selling her to, apply to move. The department has given us a movement sort straight away. We can copy that sort, paste it into a text message or WhatsApp, send it to the person we're selling the cow to. And just as easy, if we're buying in an animal, we can accept the movement into our herd. So you just get the movement sort, put it in here. It's going to show you what animals are available on that movement sort, and you can pick which ones to bring into the herd. Really fast, really simple. A time saver this time of year.
That's great. And Dennis, look, finally, I suppose we might just touch briefly on health events and treatments. I suppose this is very relevant for what's one of my favourite features of the app, which is the problem cow list. So I suppose in a nutshell, the problem cow list is a list of cows that have had either a female fertility health event or an after calving health event recorded against them. And I suppose these are cows that are at a higher risk of having fertility issues in the subsequent breeding season. So I suppose the whole idea of the problem cow list is that you have a list of those cows there, that you can check those cows in the lead up to the breeding season. Check them for maybe if they retained an afterbirth in the springtime and you treated her at the time, check her before the breeding season. Maybe there might be a bit of residual infection there. You could treat her at that stage then. And it just gives that cow the best chance of going back in calf and being retained in the herd. So you might just show us how that works, Dennis.
Okay. So if we were to record a treatment, we can pick our cow. Two-year-old Frisian. So we can backdate, and I suppose that's something that's very important around withdrawals. Everything can be backdated, and the app will calculate those withdrawals for you, so you don't have to go figuring that out. Health events broken up into really nice little sections. This time of year, I suppose, if we're talking about cows after calving, anything in particular, Elaine, you'd like me to
Sure, we'll stick with the afterbirth. You might pick metritis there.
Perfect. So we have our health event selected, and now it's going to prompt us to select a remedy. And I suppose, look, Elaine, yourself has put an awful amount of effort into the withdrawals protocols, along with the other vets in Munster. So you might just give us a word about the work you do there.
Yeah, so the HPRA, or the Health Products Regulatory Authority, they update their website monthly. So they add newly authorised medicines to their authorised medicines list once a month. And we actually go in, we check it monthly, and we add any medicines that are newly authorised. So we add the medicine, any recommendations for that medicine, any warnings. We input the protocol, so the dose rates, and we also input the withdrawals. So it's all there for you on the app.
And that's a very important point, is that removes a lot of the work here now and a lot of the stress around compliance, having all these medicines on along with the withdrawals. So look, I suppose we can just pick our top medicine.
Yeah, Metricure, perfect.
We can see here the protocols you've been talking about along with the withdrawals. So milk, 0 days, meat, 1 day. And very important, if your vet has asked you to do something different, you can change the protocol. But for now, we're going to go along with protocol. This is giving you the option to put in painkiller, whatever, a second dose, but we're going to stick with 1. So it's going to record who administered it in the prescribing vet for your Borbury and cross compliance. So that is now recorded. So if we went into our animal record, we can see that she is in meat withdrawal. But if actually we wanted to see if she has shown up on the problem cow list, all of our problem cows are shown here, really easy to find, really fast. Very important, I suppose, around sex as well in choosing cows, just to have them.
Yeah, exactly. So that's it, Dennis. Tell us, how can people contact the FarmOps team?
So we're all of us available on mobile. We'll pop up a couple of mobile numbers there. Myself and Owen can be contacted. Be delighted to take a call, talk people through the app. You can also contact the office. And I suppose we are at a lot of events. So places like Mill Street, the regional shows, we're there as well. So just come up to the Munster stand and we'd be delighted to have a chat with you. But like I said, the mobile numbers are going to be up there, so you can give us a WhatsApp or give us a call direct, and we'd be delighted to get you up and running on FarmOps.
That's great, Dennis. Thanks for joining me today, and thank you to Maeve in the background, and thank you for watching.